Welcome everyone to the Outtakes Movie Podcast. We're going to go through every single movie ever made and objectively rank them best to worst.
Oh, sorry, I was going to put it on before we started, but I forgot.
Wow.
I'm joined, as always, Amelia. Welcome to the show.
Get to Joe.
Joe, what's up, man?
What's happening? Thought I'd been 80s in it, so, you know.
And Jacob.
I'm here. Hello.
Good. And this week, we're going to be talking about 21 Jump Street. Before we get into it, make sure you've watched the movie yourself, because we're going to be spoiling it in full, and let us know what you think of the movie in the comments below. Joe, take it away.
21 Jump Street? What a film. So, before we start, I'm going to start with the same question I did with Batman and The Shining. Who had seen this film before we started it this week?
Me.
Do you know what? I hadn't seen as much as I thought I had. I watched this once at a mate's house, and I convinced myself that I'd seen it all the way through. But I'd actually only just got to the end of the first drug scene. Wow. So, most of the movie was the first time today.
Well, see, this film was like... This is what we used to like... This is like our college film. It's really weird. It was out in the in-betweeners. But mainly this one. Yeah, it's a good film. So, right, we'll start really quick with... does everyone know who it's directed by?
Yes, yeah, Lord and Miller.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure we all, I'm going to take this off, it's giving me a headache. So I'm sure we all know, we're aware of them. I'm going to run through some of the stuff that they've directed. They've written stuff, they've directed loads of stuff as well. But I thought that they directed Into the Spider-Verse.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought that they...
It's their movie. Because I
know they wrote it, but...
That's why they didn't direct the second Lego movie to work on that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
I'm going to Google it real quick. Yeah, I should have done this before, but I didn't. No, directed by Bob Thingy and whatever, Peter Ramsey. They wrote it though, because when I watched it, they didn't direct it. I knew they didn't. Well, no, I didn't know they didn't because I had to Google it. But when I thingied it, when we went to watch it, I remember coming out the cinema and being like, oh, Lord Miller, good director, whatever, and then looking and being like, oh, it wasn't them. I knew they'd written it, but I thought they directed it as well. But they obviously didn't. But things they did direct, so, like you said before, they directed the Lego Movie. Good film. They directed 21 Jump Street and the second one. Yeah, 22 Jump Street as well. Did anyone ever watch the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? I've still not seen it. No,
it's good.
It's alright, to be fair. It's quite cute.
I quite liked it. It was one of those films I didn't think I was going to like, because I was too old. I was like, oh, it's a kid's film. And then I watched it, it was good. But, see, I didn't know this. Apparently, they also directed the pilot episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't know that.
Damn!
Yeah. So that was the only one they've ever done. But yeah, they directed the Brooklyn Nine-Nine pilot, and obviously Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a quality show anyway. But yeah, so there you go. And obviously they've wrote a bunch of stuff. They wrote Into the Spider-Verse. I don't know if they're going to be writing the next one. I didn't look at that.
I hope so.
It might be. I hope they do as well, because they can write. But yeah, so 21 Jump Street. 2012 it came out. I forgot to look at that as well.
It was that old?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was. I was 13 when that came out.
Yeah, same. I remember wanting to go to watch it in the cinema. But
that was 7 years ago, so that maths does make sense.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that old.
Yeah, no, it's mad, isn't it? It seems really newer. But then the second one came out in 2014. That one seems like it just came out as well.
That could have come out last week.
Yeah, exactly.
That's mad.
Isn't it?
Oh man.
But I wanted to go watch the first one in the cinema, but I didn't. And I feel like it's because my mum wouldn't let me. Because she actually watched the original show. And I mean, I've not seen the original show, so I don't know what it's like. But I always remember us having it, on the shelf in the living room. And she got it for Christmas one year, and it was a picture of Johnny Depp, really young, on the front. And she was like, "Oh, how do you know who that is?" And I was like, oh no, I don't know who he is. And she's like, that's Johnny Depp. I was like, whoa. That's an early memory of mine. But yeah, so does anyone know I'm going to ask you 3 of the questions about the budget. So does anyone know what the budget was for this film?
Nope.
No clue.
Anyone want to take a guess?
I'm going to guess a middling sort of like 35 to 40 mil.
Okay, anyone else?
I was going to say 25, but again, I'm
I
not
would
good
say
at
about
this stuff.
20, something lowish.
So the budget for it was around 42 million. So Sam is obviously really good at guessing budgets.
You are good,
So
yeah.
Get on it, you know what I mean? Get on to Hollywood. Be like, hey man, I can guess your budget. I'll be that guy.
That's my official job. I'm guessing.
Yeah, literally,
budget.
the guy who guesses budget.
You don't
But
predict
don't
how
even
much a film's going to cost.
No.
They make it, and then you go, I'm going to say...
It's that much of that. It's that amount. Right. Yeah. So it made 40. No, hold on. No, it didn't make 42 million. It was around 40. It took around 42 million to make. Does anyone know in its opening weekend how much it made? I feel like I keep asking these questions. If you didn't know the first one, you're not going to know.
Yeah, no,
I don't.
I'll
No
cut
clue.
that.
I'm
And
gonna go
we'll
a
go
lot,
straight.
though.
Yeah. Well,
Surely.
what we'll do is we'll go straight to people guessing again. So go on, someone guess how much.
Just opening weekend or overall box office?
Just opening weekend in America.
125 million.
100 million.
I was going to say like 60.
My God, you're all so far away from the actual thing. In its first weekend, it made 36. It made around 36 million and 300,000. Which, considering but that's just in America, opening weekend, and that's like nearly its whole budget. But worldwide, it made 201,585,328 something.
I mean,
hold on.
I'm going to guess dollars.
Yeah, dollars. Yeah,
I'm not surprised that this movie's done well because, like, as far as timing goes, it was like right on when like Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill was on the rise and Channing Tatum was like peak popularity. It was like such a well-timed movie. So I'm not surprised that people.
Well,
and it's kind of like,
making this.
It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like the Hot Fuzz version of the like American Bro Dude. It's actually smart and a well-made movie, but it's masquerading as being like this Bro Dude film. So everyone went to see it because it feels more accessible.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
fair.
All right, Joe.
What have you done, Joe? Uh-oh.
Have you been recording at all?
Yeah, but it's a different kind of movie than Hot Fuzz, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like, Hot Fuzz is the British version. And it's very British. You know, you got very British jokes. Whereas this one's American and it's got the whole thing. But one thing this film does really well is it like takes stereotypes and like uses them as like the comedy of the film. Like there's that bit when they're in the church or something. What does he say? He's like, "Oh, look at this guy here. He's handsome, but he's probably a dummy." And he's like, "This guy over here, he's short, he's insecure, but he's good with money." And like that bit where he whispers over, and he's like, "Oh, you're good. You are good with money." He's like, "Fuck." That makes me laugh every single time. I love it so much. And when he comes on and he's like, "I'm the black. I get it. I'm stereotype black angry captain." And he's like, "What is it he says?" He
just goes, "Look, I get it. I'm black." What of it? It's great.
He's like, I worked my ass off to get into this position. Sometimes I get angry. It's amazing. But yeah, so the film itself, it's not even like a remake, is it, of the 80s TV show? It's like a sequel almost.
I didn't even know there was a TV show. Not gonna lie.
I'll tell you. So basically in the 80s, there was a TV show called 21 Jump Street. And it's basically the exact same premise as this. You know, so you got a bunch of cops, they look really young, they go undercover in high school, and Johnny Depp was the main character. Yeah, so, and there are actually like a bunch of cameos from the original people playing
I'm surprised they didn't bring it back.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
He
Johnny
makes
Depp's
cameo
in
at the end.
At the end of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not watched it.
Yeah!
All right, well, we'll leave it a secret for now.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to have the big reveal on the show.
Yeah, anyway. So, so there's a couple of cameos in it. I could only actually find, other than the main one, which obviously Amelia doesn't remember.
It's like one of the biggest twists.
Yeah,
Do not spoil it. Do not.
No, I won't. But there's one other in the film with a character from the TV show, and I'll point it out when we come to that bit. But yeah, so I'll get into the film. Obviously, it starts in 2005, doesn't it? And Jonah Hill's got that blonde hair. That's pretty amazing.
Not so Slim Shady.
Pretty amazing.
So good.
And it's got like the Slim Shady hair, and it's beautiful. He's got the chain on as well.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And then you got Channing Tatum's got the really long blonde. No, he's not. He's got the really long hair, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I think that's really weird because
it is weird.
Like, is that like a thing from like, the early 2000s?
I had long hair, and I wasn't one of the cool kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so was I. I had long hair, and I wasn't one of the cool. I was more like a Jonah Hill, but minus the smart bit. I was just the guy in the middle, if I'm honest. Yeah, so it's really weird. I always thought his hair was a bit weird. And for some reason, I don't know why, I thought that this bit took place in like the late 90s, but then at the beginning it says, doesn't it?
2005.
Like, 2005. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah, obviously he goes in. He's just, the stereotypical. He's a nerd. He's like, oh, and he asks that girl out, and she's like, no. And then Channing Tatum's like laughing at him, and then we get that scene where she's telling him that he's going to fail. He can't go to prom, and they can't go to prom together. I don't know why Jonah Hill doesn't go to prom. He must have mates. Can he not just go with his mates? It's not even like that sad to go with your mates. So we had loads of people in IU went with just mates.
Prom's a bit different in America. Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, you've got to like have a date. Like it's a thing.
That's weird, that though. Imagine missing your prom just because weirdos. But yeah, so they meet obviously a few years later, and they're in the police academy together, and they're doing all the stuff, and the bros all of a sudden, and then it's like it cuts to them being like bicycle, the park ranger type people. Yeah, they're on the bikes with their little shorts.
When Channing Tatum goes, "We are now badass motherfuckers," and then, like, cuts to them.
yeah, it's amazing. So obviously they get, so they're in the park, and then they see the guys, like the bicycle guy, the motorbike guys, with the drugs and stuff, and they obviously pop up in the film. But I don't know if any of you guys. See, I don't want to say this now because obviously Amelia doesn't know the whole plot twist at the end.
No, say it because I don't know if I'm just.
No, right. And I'll wait till we get to it.
You're gonna kick yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come back to it later on when we come to that bit.
I'm really annoyed that I've actually forgotten this. This shows how much is on my brain at the minute. Right, go on. I'm intrigued.
So obviously they chase them down. There's the bit where there's a really dramatic chase with Channing Tatum and that guy, and he pins him and stuff like that. And then Jonah Hill can't catch the guy even though he's on his bike, and there's but then they have to release him, don't they? Because he didn't read the Miranda rights.
Didn't read the rights, yeah.
I would feel that Jonah Hill would know them. His character would know them, considering the type of character he is.
Yeah, he's not a know-it-all, but yeah, he's like whatever.
Well,
he does. I can't think what the word
He
is.
does know him because in the meeting with Nick Offerman afterwards, he's like, "Dude, you don't know the." I just think in the excitement, he just didn't say it.
Yeah, forgot to say him. Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, and then so like you said, they're in the meeting with the captain, and there's that really amazing line. I actually have it on my notes where he says, "We're reviving an undercover police program from the 80s and revamping it for modern times. The guys in charge of the stuff lack creativity and are completely out of ideas." I love that line. It's so like on the nose.
Fucking
it's just
great,
like,
isn't it?
That was a line that made me realise that it was like a rehash of something from the 80s. Like the first few times I watched it, it was just kind of passed me by. The last few times I've watched it, I've gone, there was a show in the 80s. That makes sense. I love it.
Dude, that's where like I said before, Mum had the DVDs. I'd never seen them, and I still haven't to this day. But that's where I realised that this was actually like more of a remake, and I was like, yes, gonna have some references to a show I haven't watched. Ayo. So
obviously you meet Ice Cube. He's obviously the best character in this whole film. He's got some of the best lines. He's the whole bit we talked about before, where he's like, he's doing his whole thingy captain bit, and they go into the office, don't they? And he's telling them he's giving them the drug that they're going to be, searching for, and it's the HFS, which stands for holy fucking shit. That's what the drug's called.
That's
amazing.
cool. That's
It's the kid from Scott Pilgrim as well that takes it.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Yeah,
Neil.
Amazing. See, this is the thing. My issue with that one particular bit. I know, obviously, you don't meant to take it too serious. I was thinking about it too much. But if he died from taking this drug, who uploaded the video?
It was quite an edited video as well.
I think
exactly.
he took it again after he'd edited the video.
Is that what was meant to have been?
Edited it, uploaded it, did it again, died.
And
That's
died.
what killed him off.
Okay. Didn't he jump off something? Isn't that what he says? He jumps off like. Am I making that up?
I thought he threw himself off a building.
Doesn't he? Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
I'm not sure why.
The death is just overdose though.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure Ice Cube says it's overdose.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen in 22?
I've not seen
maybe.
22, so I'm not pulling it.
Maybe I'm thinking of 22. Yeah. But yeah, so obviously he dies. So they go. That's where they go, and they are given the new identities. And there's a fun fact for you about the identities. They become brothers, obviously. And the last name they're given is McQuaid. It's McQuaid, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, that was actually a name that the two main characters of the 80s TV show would frequently use. Say that they were brothers as well. And apparently that's the name that they would use when they were brothers
cute.
a couple times in the TV show. Yeah, so it's kind of like a nice nod to that, if you knew about it, which I didn't before researching this episode. So they go to it and they get the schedules, and obviously they get mixed up, and it's the whole the guy who's has to do all the whatever, the guy who's the jock guy has to go all to the nerd stuff and stuff like that. But obviously it's changed nowadays. But saying that though, when you guys were in high school, was it like this? I know obviously it's America, it's different.
No.
Well,
do you know what I think it is? I think because you get a lot of films that are like this. I was thinking about it today, where people go back to high school and it's changed, and suddenly everyone's nice and polite, and nerds are cool kids. But I actually think that's just the only way an adult can read perspective into high school that isn't super tropey. Because when you get into adulthood, you find that the class system's totally changed. You know, I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone that I wasn't popular in high school.
Neither, don't worry.
Same. I feel like Jacob was though. Look at his
look at him, the smug bastard.
One of the popular kids.
He's just looking. I
joined my school late, so everyone was like, "Oh, who's the new kid?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just a new kid."
But proving my point. If Jacob was one of the popular kids, here I sit as a friend of a popular kid doing a show with him. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
Let's say I was one of the popular.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter as much. So I think the automatic assumption is that as people change, and I think there's also a misconception about what the youth are like as a whole. There are definitely some young, hip, cool socialists who just like to be nice all the time, but yeah, high school is not exclusively like that.
That would be what. I wonder what we'd have been like if we would have all been at the same school in school year.
Whoa!
I wonder what differences there would have been.
Weird. I don't know. I can't even tell.
That would be really interesting.
I mean, I was a mess in high school. I still don't think any of y'all would have been friends with me. It was not a good time.
I did this weird thing where in the first couple of years, I was really I don't know, when you really you gotta try and be good all the time, and you're like, oh, I can't get detention or anything. And then I got to year 10, and teenage years, I was like, yeah, go on, give me detention, see if I could.
The Joe we now love.
And then I got detention, and I'd be like, oh, fuck, what am I gonna tell my parents? No. I only got detention once though, and it's because I tried.
Only once.
Yeah, only once.
I've never had it.
You know what it was?
Never had detention.
Never had detention.
Oh, mad! How many did you get?
Am I the bad kid in this school? in this call?
Oh my god, are you the cool? Are you the cool rebel?
How many
kid?
detentions did you get?
Loads.
Whoa!
Fucking tons, man.
I mean, to be fair,
I was in after school at least 3 times. I had seclusion once, and I don't know how many dinner time detentions I had.
Oh my god, seclusion! Oh my god!
God!
What did you do?
Story time. Go on.
The only reason I had it at one time is because I forgot to bring my science homework. So there was a few people who did.
You did it,
so
though.
She was like, no,
you just forgot to bring it.
No, I didn't bring it. I didn't do it.
Do
it. No, a few people hadn't brought it, so she's like, that's fine. Everyone who hasn't got it today, bring it tomorrow. Forgot to do it again. And then when she came around to collect it the second day, I was like, oh, but miss, I gave it to you yesterday. And she's like, oh, okay, sorry. Came around, and then I got a letter saying I got detention. And I was like, why have I got detention? She was like, oh, you didn't give me your homework. I was like, oh, but miss, I did give you my homework. And she was like, oh, well, I don't have it, and gave me detention. Because I tried to pretend like she's the one who lost it.
You tried. You tried.
The worst part about it was as well, it worked with other teachers, and that's why I was doing it. But she didn't even care. She was like, "Oh well, I don't have it, so you get detention."
Do you know what?
What if she'd actually lost it? Like, what the fuck?
I remember there was one time. There was one time in high school where, and I was amazed this happened at the time because again, not many people like me. But there was one time where an entire class came out in my defense, where we had like a really strict substitute teacher in, and he gave me a dinner time detention just for talking to the guy next to me for a bit. But here's the thing. Yeah. I wasn't the one talking. He just heard talking from my direction and singled me out. And literally the entire class was like, bullshit, it wasn't him. Right? To the point that one of them who was sat next to because the classroom we didn't even have a desk for the teacher. It was like a woodwork thing that we were using.
Oh, yeah.
So they were all just sat on the same desk of the teacher. One of them actually, when he got up, took the little slip that he'd wrought out for me and stole it. So that I didn't have to do it.
Amazing.
So that was pretty slick.
That's nice.
That was cool, yeah.
Substitute teachers were the worst. They'd always come in and pretend like they were the most authoritative figure on the planet. Always.
Oh, yeah.
They would always come down like a ton of fucking bricks on anyone who would push the boundaries ever so slightly.
We had a science teacher come in once, and he was a substitute, and he came in. And first thing he did, he sat down on the thing and looked at us all. We were all looking at him. He just staring at us like that for about a minute. And then he went, right, I'm going to warn you all. I was in the army and I did a couple of years as a bouncer. So don't mess me around like that. And we were all kind of like, okay.
Oh my God.
It was so weird.
Liverpool,
and then
man. What the fuck?
Wasn't even Liverpool.
I thought you were from Liverpool.
No, I'm from near Liverpool.
Oh, that's right.
No, but I mean, he was from Liverpool, but and I remember it was the best thing because we had one of those lessons where it was one lesson and then we had science again after break or dinner, so we were messing around loads in this first lesson. So he gave us a dinner time detention, and. No, what did he... No, he wasn't. That was a different time. No, this particular teacher, we're messing around so much that he actually said, I'm right, that's it. I'm not coming back for the next half. You're going to have someone else. We got back after dinner and he was still there. And he was like, turns out I can't leave you. So for this hour, I'm not going to tolerate anything.
So he tried, but failed.
Yeah, he attempted and failed. So, rip guy that did substitute teacher that one time. But yeah, anyway... 21 Jump Street. We go to high school. They have all kinds of substitute teachers, probably. But probably not, because we don't see them. So they swap the roles, don't they? One of them's doing the other one's thing, and there's the whole thing. And there's the whole thing about how, being a nerd's cool now, which obviously isn't true, but, so they find out. So Schmidt finds out, doesn't he, that the drugs are on the back of the chair, so they meet up, and it's Dave Franco. And this is actually the first time I ever saw him in anything.
I think it was for me as well.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, he kind of looks like James Franco, doesn't he? So they go do that, and they have the drug scene. They take the drugs, and we get that really weird, trippy bit.
Where it's great. I love
it.
Good. I love the bit where his head turns into the animatronic bunny thing. Yeah. And it's just the mouth going, and you can hear the clicking of it.
It's creepy now.
And the bit where his eyebrows come down as caterpillars and stuff like that. It's amazing.
So some of the supporting cast as well. While we're at the start of the film, really good in this movie. Like, the science teacher is Kimmy Schmidt, and I love her.
Yeah. I completely forgot she was in this.
And Brie Larson as well as...
Yeah, same. I forgot she was in this as well.
As Jonah Hill's love interest. Brie Larson, who can literally play an 18-year-old today and a 35-year-old tomorrow. How is that even possible?
Incredible.
No idea. So the come thing, Schmidt becomes friends with all the popular kids, and he gets in with them, and he's like, oh yeah, we can do the drugs and stuff. Whereas, obviously, Jericho? Jericho, what am I about? Jenko becomes friends with like the science people, and he finds, he's interested in like the like geeky hobby things, you know, Star Wars, things like that. So we'll go to the bit where oh, you know what? I missed out one of the cameos. Fuck's sake. You know the bit when they first go into high school and he says to him like, oh, we need to get a really nice car, and they go get that thingy, they go get is it the Mustang? They get a Mustang?
Yeah, they get the Mustang.
They get the Mustang, yeah. Well, the woman who's at the impound, who gives them the car, is actually one of the main characters from the original TV show.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's the same actress, and she's playing the same character. So, like, her name is on, like, her uniform. So
that's cool.
That's one of the other cameos. There's another one in the film somewhere, but I couldn't find anything on that one. So maybe it's not in the film somewhere. Yeah, no. So they have the party, don't they? And it's... I really love the party bit. It's really just like... They're going in and they're going at the... What's the bit where they go into the evidence thing?
What, to get
and
the drugs?
Like,
to go and get drugs,
and he's like, cocaine. He's like, oh no, I want to have a good time. I don't want to fucking for life or whatever. And he's like, weed. It's pretty amazing. And they have the party, and it's... You can tell my notes aren't very detailed, so I'm sorry.
Well, do you know what? This is a weird thing because normally what I try and do, I try and make some quite detailed notes so I can help out and I can interject in case we lose anything. I struggled with this movie, not because nothing happens, because plenty happens. There's lots of good character moments. It's really fucking fun movie. And I just found myself...
I was really distracted
by it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, I was too busy, like, kind of... It's weird, because it doesn't seem like it should be a good film, but it kind of is. There's a few films that are like that, yeah.
In the party scene, there's, like, just, like, from get-go, there's, like, loads of really good jokes, loads of really good one-liners. There's the weird bit where, like, Jonah Hill's showing them around this house, and, like, there's the people having the threesome, but they specifically like... Instead of putting like boy girl boy, it's girl boy girl.
Yeah,
they're like, what is she doing on the end?
Brilliant. So good.
It's so like, is that what like American parties are like though? Like genuinely, like what the fuck?
You
like,
see it a lot in film, don't you?
It was missing out in the UK.
I don't. Yeah,
UK
I don't
get horny.
Come on.
I was going to say, are you all this in the Halloween party I just had? Whoa! I think that worked out okay for some of us on this podcast.
I had a good time. It was good. It was enjoyable, you know.
I did appreciate your note on the whiteboard as well.
Oh God, I forgot that I wrote that. You know?
Great party, bro. Joe.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I don't remember writing. I remember one of your housemates coming in though and being like, "What are you writing on my board?" And I was like, just a little note.
Nice thing.
It was probably less aggressive than I made it sound just then. But I was like drunk, so it seemed really aggressive, and I was like, "I'm sorry." But yeah, so they have the party, don't they? And then obviously Eric's there, and they swipe the phone, and they get the he puts the thing, doesn't he? He gets his nerd friends to install the tracker into his phone.
Spyware.
Yeah, spyware. That's the one. And Thingy's parents come home. Schmidt's parents come home, and they're all kicking off, and they're having like the whatever. Like, doesn't one of them? Oh no, wait, no! I missed out the bit where they're having the part. They fight, don't they?
There's a big fight. Yeah.
There's the big fight in the middle of it. Oh man, what a fight! And they smash the thing, and I feel really bad because like, Thingy, like Channing Tatum's like kicking all these guys' asses, like proper like, and then Jonah Hill just does like one thing. But then because he gets stabbed in the back, and he's like...
Becomes the hero of the party.
And he like takes the knife out of his back. Oh man,
brilliant!
Like,
and just fixes it with some duct tape as well.
Yeah.
It's bloody brilliant.
I love it. It's like, to begin with though, like, why does, like, I get that his mum and dad's meant to be like proper weirdos. Why do they just have like a knife just on the side, like as display, but like an actual knife that can get stabbed into someone? That's like an actual like shank. You'd at least, if you're gonna have it like in your house, like dingy the blade a bit. You know what I mean? Saying that though, people have like machetes and stuff.
People do have
like,
just swords mounted.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure if they used it hard enough, it would still stab him, no matter how blunt it was. It would just hurt a lot more.
Yeah, but I mean, if you stab anyone with anything hard enough, it'll stab him. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Not that I'm talking from experience or anything, but just, you know.
I mean, back
I
by
haven't
me,
stabbed
someone
anyone.
got stabbed by a key outside a nightclub.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, you can use whatever.
Well, that's a thing, isn't it? That's a tactic. That's a yeah. What's something people do? I've never actually done it in like a violent way, right? But I've prepared to do it down like dark streets when I've just gone a bit nervous.
Or you Wolverine your keys.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you like
you
put
your
it like
key-
that.
Put your key in between, so if you throw a punch. And
Key in the
I'm
face.
not proud of saying that I've put keys in between my fists. But
Yeah, but
sometimes
if you're
I've been-
if you're
I've been
nervous, and,
nervous,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I used to walk down.
Streets are scary.
Yeah, like when I was in high
A
school.
street.
People might have keys in their hands.
What, just someone just like you walking the other way?
Yeah.
They see you, they're like, oh no. You both get your keys ready, you just like, dish, punch each other with the key. See, I get what you mean though, because when I was in high school, I used to walk home from my mates through this like forest bit, and I don't know why I did it. It had no light. It was known for people getting stabbed in there, but I still did it anyway. Walked through it for about a good 5-10 minutes, and I'd just be having my keys, or I don't know, I can't think of anything else I had on me, but probably most of the time it was the keys, just ready, and every time I heard a rustle, I'd be like, no, it's fine. I'd have my torch ready, I'd shout it into the bushes, and like, I don't know what I'd do if there was actually someone there, but like, there never was, so it's fine. But yeah, so the end, you know, the fight happens, the mum comes home, they kick off. Is this where they start doing the chores? I think it is, isn't it? They start doing the chores or something.
They get told that they're going to have to do chores, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the line where Schmidt's mum is like, I've seen a lot of penis and balls in my life, I think I know one when I see one. And his dad's just there like, yeah.
Oh man, it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. That is an ejaculating penis. Well, it could be like an aeroplane throwing up.
Because it's on the picture of him as a kid, isn't it?
I absolutely love this movie. It's so good.
Oh man, I love that. I love saying, you know what I do love though, when they're preparing for the party, and Channing Tatum just puts a single picture of himself on the wall amongst the hundreds of pictures of Jonah Hill, and it's just like one little picture of fucking Channing Tatum. It's amazing. But yeah, so obviously they go back to school and they fall. They have the little falling out, don't they? He's doing Peter Pan, and he's in that really like.
Oh
he's in
God,
the I love how they're both not dressed in like normal things, and they find out about the deal.
Because
So,
Channing
like,
Tatum's gone in with the nerds and he's got molecules.
Yeah, he's got like the molecules and stuff.
Potassium nitrate.
Yeah, I said
Nerd.
what did I say this then? Monocles? I said monocles.
Monaco.
He's got the monocles. Oh yeah. No, he's got the I don't know what.
It's another
what Jacob
expedition
said.
moment.
Molecule.
Yeah, molecule. That's the one. Why do I not know that word? It's such a commonly known word. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm not a scientist. So yes, we've got that on him, and then obviously Jonah Hill dressed as Peter Pan, which is pretty amazing anyway. So they find out about the drug deal, and they go to it, and we see the bikers again. They re-emerge, and we're like, "Hey-o, what's going on? Why are you laughing?"
I mean, honestly, I'm just laughing at Amelia.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know why it's so funny. I'm straight up crying. I'm sorry, that just tickled me. Oh, Cap, proceed.
But yeah, So they go. They find out that the motorcycle gang from the park are like the ones, dealing the drugs and stuff. Are like the suppliers. Oh no, we missed the line, didn't we, at the beginning?
I was waiting to say it, and you never said it. I was gutted.
Right, we're just gonna go back. That bit where he's with Ice Cube, we get the most iconic line in the whole film where he's like, infiltrate the dealers, find the suppliers.
It's so iconic, you can't remember it.
You have to have the standby picture you have. You're gonna have to flash it up every time.
Bring it back.
Let's frame it. Oh man, do you know what? It's funny. It is funny because we're having to jump around so much that this review is feeling more like Memento than the Memento episode.
Yeah. It's just this film's got so many good bits in it. I can't remember all of them, so something else reminds me of them. And I'm like, oh man, I forgot that amazing bit.
You forgot about Korean Jesus as well.
You forgot about Korean Jesus.
Don't! Oh, you're having a laugh. I can't believe I forgot about Korean Jesus as well. Korean Jesus is like an amazing scene. What is it he says to him? He's like, hey, stop.
He's praying to him, and he's like, leave Korean Jesus alone. He's busy.
You ain't time for your
He's
shit.
doing Korean shit. Yeah, you don't got time for your shit. Oh man, it's amazing. I love how he's just got the window as well, that thing is out, and he's just leaning on it like, oh god, amazing. Oh man,
this is a great episode. So much information.
It's just, this film's it's a gift that keeps on giving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really love the bit during the car chase as well, where they're like shooting at the things, and like the oil tanks and things, and the music gets really tense for expecting it to blow up, and then it doesn't. And they do what do they do? They do it a few times, don't they? It's amazing.
I really expected that one to blow up.
Yeah.
The fact that they
and
were
at the end,
at the start as well, when they were saying, embrace the stereotype. And then the stereotype would have been, all these things are going to fucking explode.
Yeah.
They don't.
Literally.
Brilliant.
And then what blows up at the end? Is it like the beetle
truck full of chickens.
Oh yeah, it does,
chickens just explodes.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that bit so much.
See, I love this kind of humour that's just utter nonsense. Like, it makes no sense. But
It's amazing. That's why I love this film, because it's a film that shouldn't be funny, but it's really funny. So it's
also, that gun that they have, the little quad barrel gun.
Yeah.
Anyone recognise that gun from another movie we may have looked at in the past?
Memento.
Is it the Memento gun?
Bad Boys.
Oh.
Of course it is.
Oh, okay.
Right at the end, that guy whips out that 4-barrel gun. It's the same gun.
I honestly don't
remember
remember
it
that.
is?
No.
I do not
Oh my
remember
god,
that.
I remember that. It is.
Yeah.
Because doesn't it have the watch
Yep.
called? Doesn't she have... Isn't it like in the woman's car? Like, isn't it in like the
it's
Beetle
in
or something?
yeah,
or
the pink Beetle,
and
yeah.
she's just got it in the thing.
Do you know what? Saying that though, straight away, I still stand by my comparison earlier that this is like US Hot Fuzz, but a better comparison is this is a good Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like, this is what it would look like if he hired people who could write and had any talent. He would produce something that resembles this.
The shade.
Because even the colour grade is a little bit, like, I think on purpose trying to look like one of his films.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a thingy action
but
film,
toned
isn't it?
down
Like,
and actually something you can look at without your eyes bleeding out.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's good chase scene, because,
It is good chasing.
So, let's get back to where I was. So, obviously there's the bit where he comes in, he runs in as Peter Pan, he interrupts the play halfway through. He's like, it's okay, I'm here, it's fine. And then like he gets attached to the flying thing, and then Channing Tatum comes in and tackles him. And they're like swinging across the they're like swinging across the stage. It's amazing. So they get expelled.
The end of that scene as well has another one of my favourite lines where the drama teacher who's been in something else as well.
He's the drama teacher. He is the guy. He's in a few things. He plays. Anyone who's watched. I mean, I imagine some of us. At least some of us watched Rick.
Oh yeah, of course. He's Morty's dad, isn't he? And Cyril in Archer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
When he walks on stage and he goes, and that was the end of Act 2, and everyone claps. Good line.
He's He is actually in as well an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Does anyone remember the episode where
he's in the ice
Jake's
cream
going
truck?
out with? Yeah, he's like Thingy's old boss, and he gets him arrested for doing the cocaine in the bathroom, and then he's the one who kidnaps him at the end. Not the end. Well, kidnaps him in the episode with the ice cream truck. Yeah, he's one of those guys who's in loads.
He always plays the same character though.
He's got
basically.
a lot of filmography.
Yeah, he's in loads of stuff, so you recognise him loads. But it's always films and things like this most of the time.
He probably does a lot of little bit parts and.
Yeah, he's in like single episodes and stuff, but he plays like major. It's weird. He plays like major characters in Thingy, in the episodes that he's in. So but yeah, so obviously they get expelled, don't they? So don't they find? Doesn't Eric phone him and say like, "Oh, it's gonna go down at prom"? Do you want to come and like be the backup and stuff like that?
He doesn't. He rocks up in the car and he demands they like get the fuck in the car.
Channing Tatum's been kicked out the house, or he's just leaving.
Oh yeah.
They rock up in the car and they're like, "Look, come here, get in."
Yeah.
No, only if you ask nicely. Okay,
So you wouldn't believe that I watched the film yesterday, would you? Yeah. So they get in and you think you're gonna Thingy, and then you find out about prom, and it's gonna be at prom. And we get that really good bit where they've got like all the thing. I love the bit where they're like rekindling the friendship in the mirror, and he does something, and Channing Tatum just reach over. He's like, "Oh, your shotgun's hanging down so too low. Let me just get that for you." And it's amazing. I want to be in the position where like I can just say be like really wholesome with my mate and just go, "Oh, let me fix your shotgun for you. It's a bit low. Just come here. Oh, your holster's a bit loose. Don't worry about it, man. I got it."
And then they have to do more chores as well before finishing getting ready.
Yeah, exactly.
How early do they prep for prom?
Oh yeah, I am prom, man.
And then still have time to like take out the trash, mow the lawn, and then go. Like they were getting ready early.
See, you say that as like I got ready for prom like probably half an hour before I left.
I got ready the day before.
Oh,
whoa!
Wow. Okay.
Because we have to fake tan.
Oh, I suppose,
so everyone would be coming in
to,
on like the day before, like you got my fake tan.
No, I was like thinking I went and got my suit like the week before, and then that was it. And it was like, oh man, I should probably get to my mates. Nah, I've got enough time to finish this game on COD. It's fine. And then like my mum came in. She's like, you got to go in at half an hour. I was like, oh, but Mum, I'm still playing. I'm just like, come on, let me just finish this game, man. But I wasn't playing COD. I didn't used to play COD. I don't know why I said COD. I was probably playing like Red Dead or something like that. I don't know. Fallout 3.
He's definitely playing COD.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. Ugh.
Is this where we flash up a picture of our prom photo so that everyone can see?
Yeah,
Oh man, if everyone sends me one, I'll do it.
yeah, man.
Agreed.
Oh no. The tie I had for
I would have
prom.
thought what you guys look like.
Nah, the tie I had
A
for
bit
prom was
younger.
well minging. I had the same hairstyle as I do now, just probably, less receded hairline.
I had more of a fringe. That was
Okay.
it. That's literally it.
Honestly, I don't
pretty
think
much
I
the
did.
Because
My
I'd
hair
let it
at all.
fall like all like this. Oh, there we are.
Oh,
that's
did
it.
you have one of those? Did
That's
you have one
it.
of those thingy one of those hairdos that went like? And it was all like it looked like a Lego hairdo where it was like
Yeah,
one big piece.
I had a Lego hairdo.
Yeah.
I had a Lego hairdo, and I thought it was really cool because occasionally, if I got mad at school, I'd be like, and I'd cover one eye.
walking down the corridor like, oh my god, like that scene from Spider-Man 3 where he's really angry in the alleyway, and he's like, oh no, oh I'm so angry. Oh.
I was black suit Tobey Maguire. Yes, that was
Love
me.
that.
See, if you were that though, I can imagine you when you're not angry going down the corridor like, and then doing like that as you're coming out like your classroom and stuff like that. Amazing. But yeah, so 21 Jump Street. They go to prom, and fun fact for you, the bit where they get out the limo and there's the usher guys are there to like escort them in. Apparently, those two guys were the Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill's like stand-ins. So they got a cameo in the film. So
wow.
there you go.
That's cool.
That's
So
cool.
if you ever thought they kind of looked like them a little bit, that's the reason why.
That's cool.
So they go into the prom, don't they? And I feel like you would have been thinking when we went to prom, there was like security on the door.
No.
So how did they get in? Was there not? Okay.
There was not.
Was it just us then? Okay,
We didn't have
that might have just been
security.
us then. Yeah, we had security. You had to like prove who you had to. You needed like a ticket thing to get in.
Oh, we had tickets, but we didn't have security.
Oh no, I mean I say security. It was like the PE teacher in a suit stopping people from coming in. But he was a big guy. Okay, I suppose then.
It was like one supply teacher who used to be in the army and a bouncer. It was that guy.
Just hiding back. I was like, "Oh, sir, how you doing, man? You're right." He's like, "Oh, I was in the alley." But like,
I don't think he was Batman.
No. No, but I mean, it was mad though. Like, I'm sure that at our prom people got like searched, but I feel like I'm making that up. If anyone who went to my
school?
prom,
People, do you know what? People got searched at my prom, but we went to this place where like, so obviously we just rented out this function hall, whatever, but it was like in the middle of nowhere, and there was like a field and bushes just off to the side. So basically all the kids that knew they were going to bring alcohol in, knew they were going to get searched, would just like, before walking in, run over there, throw a bag in a bush, and then, come 9 or 10 o'clock, out it would come.
See, with us, it was mad because we were underage, so we weren't allowed to drink. So, but all the
we were
teachers
allowed one glass of wine.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we were allowed a glass of like champagne or wine or something like that.
Yeah.
No heavy alcohols. But all the teachers got absolutely shit-faced.
Yeah, same at mine.
What? What? That's unfair. I remember my mate snuck in like a flask with whiskey in it, and we all just fucking like stood in the bathroom like taking shots or something. It was like, it wasn't even like, you know what I mean? Our prom was like, it was in a tent, you know what I mean? Not like a thingy tent, it was in like one of those ones you have a wedding in, but...
The pop-up tent.
Just a gazebo.
Yeah. You know what it was though, right? They'd done this weird thing.
Into a little circle.
Yeah. One of those ones you have to fold into a thingy, yeah. See,
it's so hard to fold down as well.
Oh, I hate it
constantly
so much. Yeah, we have to do them with reflectors in uni, and it's a pain in the ass. We Google it every single time. But no, because where we had it though it was in this really fancy hotel in our town. But instead of having it in the hotel, it's inside the hotel. They had it like in the courtyard of the hotel, so it was outside.
Maybe it was cheaper to like hire parking spaces than it was to hire the hotel.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it was like a hotel where like it was like a big O basically. It's like a big square with like a courtyard in the middle. So you'd walk through the lobby of the hotel and then go back outside into the courtyard where the actual prom was, and it was so weird. But yeah, no, that was my prom. It was our prom, Back to the American proms where everything's weird. Obviously, they get taken up, don't they, as security to the room upstairs, and you find out that the gym teacher is the main supplier, isn't he, for the whole school. And this is actually where one of the cameos are. So one of the guys who was in the original show didn't have a cameo. Oh no, I think it was two of the guys who was in the original show. One of them was in an episode of Always Sunny, as I told you before, Jacob. Mm-hmm. So they weren't in the actual show, in the film as a cameo. But because of that, if you watch on the thing that the gym teacher's watching on TV is an episode of 21 Jump Street, and those two characters are on the screen at that time.
Nice.
So they technically kind of do have a cameo. So yeah, obviously it escalates, and they realise that it's the biker guys, and they realise they're going to recognise them from the beginning. And then, shit hits the fan, everyone starts fighting and stuff. And then this is the bit, Amelia, where the big reveal is, that you obviously don't remember.
The bearded guy is going to shoot him.
Yeah.
But...
They take the mask.
Still nothing? Amelia, still nothing.
I feel like you've not seen the end of this film, yo. This is like a major plot point.
It's such a weird reveal.
So what does he do? What is he? The guy who's going to shoot them. What does he do?
Yeah, so he's got the beard, and he's pointing the gun at trying to take him on Jonah Hill, and then he doesn't turn around and shoot. What
with dicks?
I swear someone gets like shot in the dick.
No,
yeah, that was
the
guy gets shot in the dick. Yeah, the teacher gets shot in the dick.
But that's later.
Yeah. So right, it looks like the guys recognise him, and he's got his mate pointing the gun at him. The guy with the big beard, and then at this point, the guy with the beard takes the beard off to reveal Johnny Depp
and pulls off a fake nose, and it's Johnny Depp
with the fake nose. Yeah.
I actually remember Johnny Depp. Now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because, like, I remember watching it and thinking, like, that clearly wasn't... it's not Johnny Depp, is it? Let's be honest. Like, he's not wearing a mask throughout the whole thing, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, no, that's
pretty
what
sure
I'm
Johnny
saying.
Depp through the whole thing.
Yeah, at the beginning of the film, when you very first meet these biker guys, he actually says, what does he say? Something like, if you're...
They say, oh, yeah, no way are these guys cops, look at them because they're on bikes. And
Yeah,
then
if you
he's
guys
laughing
are
along,
cops.
going, well, if they're cops, I'm DEA. And it's like, well, yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
and that's the thing.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the joke at the beginning. Oh my god, okay.
I'm going to know what?
So anyway...
I mean,
I don't think you've seen this.
No, I have.
Oh,
I've
man.
seen it so many times.
How can you have forgotten?
it was one of these though when it happened and I saw it. I had this because I did not expect it at all.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I didn't.
As soon as I saw it, I had this moment of going, "Ah, Johnny Depp." Oh, Johnny Depp.
Well,
But
see,
then
that's
his
what I mean.
neck explodes and it was okay. I was like, "Ah,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp."
See, it's really thingy because even though I knew that this was a TV show beforehand, and even though I knew that Johnny Depp was the main character of the TV show, when he was in it, I was still surprised. Like, oh my god, Johnny Depp, why is he in this film? What a weird cameo to be in. And it wasn't until I watched it again, I was like, oh wait, that's because he's playing his character from the TV show. And his mate, the guy that he's with, they get shot at the same time, don't they? That's the other guy from the TV show as well. They were like the
that's
two
quite
main
cool.
characters.
I presumed
So
it
they were
would've
like
been.
the... Yeah, so they're like the Jonah Hill and the Channing Tatum of the TV show.
That's
So,
cool.
You know.
That's really cool.
And obviously the guy gets his dick shot off, but that's later on. So they get away, don't they, in the limos. And there's that bit where like he's like shooting out in like the top of the limo, and the girl's like, hey! She's trying to take his
Trying to
pants off
suck
and
his
stuff.
dick. Yeah.
And he's like, you're really hot, but this isn't the time, or whatever like that. It's pretty amazing.
And he uses science and like his athleticism to blow up a limo with some batteries and
Yeah.
shotgun shells and a bottle of
Yeah,
whiskey or
exactly.
whatever she's got.
Yeah. Oh man, it's amazing. Yeah, so obviously they end up, stopping the street. The guy, I can't remember what happens. Doesn't he? He stops in the street. Why can't I remember this last scene?
One limo
I watched it yesterday.
explodes, and then the gym teacher
Oh,
crashes.
yeah. He does,
They get
yeah.
out the limo, and he's threatening Brie Larson with a gun.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum goes to shoot him, but is out of ammo. Franco's just chilling in the limo, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Loved that bit. It was so fun. It was like, I'm so useless. Ah, brilliant.
I feel like you
And
performed that
then-
really well, Jacob.
I was just
You did,
thinking
yeah.
that, yeah.
I
That
thought
was a
so.
good impression.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. That was fun. Maybe it could have been in the film, But then obviously, yeah. So they shoot him in the dick, and his dick comes off. And he actually isn't there a bit where he picks it up?
He tries
He's
to
got,
carry it
like,
up. He's like, no,
Yeah.
set my dick back on. And then, like, he just tries to pick it up with his mouth. His hands are tied behind his back.
Yeah. And then they do the thing, don't they? They do the Miranda rights, and they're yelling at him, and it's like it's this whole
I love
big
that
scene.
bit. It's great.
Yeah, I love that bit. They got the light from the
It's a nice
chopper
full
above.
circle.
Yeah. Let me go back to my notes really quick. Yeah. So obviously they're back together and they're partners again, and then they get like celebrated at the 21 Jump Street, and then you get the final bit with Ice Cube. It's my favourite line in the whole film. I'll explain why in a minute. It's not even that funny of a line. It's the bit where he's like, I've got another assignment for you. He's like, you motherfuckers are going to college. And it like goes off. And the only reason I love that line so much is because when we started college, the first day, all we spent the first day doing was, we motherfuckers are going to college. Like that the whole day. And in the weeks leading up to it, we were like, we motherfuckers are going to college. Literally, that was all we did for like the first week. So I love that line so much.
I love how, like, just before that, when he's saying, oh, you guys, you like to do drugs, you get to drink crazily, and you'll fuck anything with a heartbeat. And then goes, so I'm sending you, and Channing Tatum's like, to Disneyland? Brilliant.
Oh my god, I love this film so much. It's honestly amazing. But yeah, it's like, you motherfuckers go to college, amazing. I'm trying to think what other things I had. But yeah, so then the film ends and we get the really awesome kind of, closing credits with the thingies and yeah. And then we need to watch the second film because the second film's just as good.
I have a
but
question
obvious.
about those credits, Joe. Do you know if those clips are canon or not. Like, do they actually happen? Because one of them is Channing Tatum fucking that chemistry teacher.
Okay,
you know what? I actually didn't.
Do you know what? I didn't see these scenes either.
No, I
because
didn't.
I had to really quickly watch it like this morning.
Yeah, I don't remember
literally
the
the second the credits rolled, I had to dip and be out the house.
Yeah,
I was watching it and I thought ordinarily I tend not to stick around for credits. But you know how Netflix normally doesn't bring up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
what
I
do
mean.
you
Yeah,
want
I
to watch
watched it
next
on
until
Netflix.
it's properly
So
over. And because it hadn't come up, I thought, I'm gonna keep watching these, and it was a great combination of images as well. Korean Jesus, like real life Korean Jesus, appears in it as well.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I remember
Alright,
all
I'm
those
gonna watch
actually.
these.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I
Google
remember
it.
that. Oh, that's
Credits
amazing.
are brilliant. They're so just badass, and
Oh, I like
there's like
it
a
when they
monster
put
truck
effort
doing
into credits.
donuts and an eagle and just like
Yeah.
explosions.
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh,
like the
that's cool.
exploding things. That's right. I didn't stick around for the credit. Oh man, I need to watch them now.
Yeah,
I remember
I
the
need to
Korean
stick around
Jesus
for the
one though.
credits.
Yeah. Oh man. See, does anyone who's seen it, you know, it's. I always say that the credits of the second one are still my favourite credits of any
I haven't
film.
seen them either. I'm gonna have to watch
You've
them.
not seen the credits? Have you seen the second one's credits? The one where it does all the 23 Jump Street and 24 Jump Street and stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're good.
And it's just there's that random one with like Seth Rogen just in it, and they're just being all like, "Oh no, yeah, no, everything's fine," and it's amazing.
Because they claim that for the bud, like one of the movies, Jonah Hill
Yeah.
just
For legal reasons.
wouldn't do it, so they had Seth Rogen, and then they get him back for the
Yeah, he
next
comes
one.
back and he's like, "Oh, what?" He's just made. Yeah, it's amazing. It's honestly so good.
Do you know what?
Well, yeah,
I'm
that
gutted,
was-
genuinely gutted that we never got MIB 23
Same.
because for
I
a
know,
little
same.
period of
Yeah.
time I was so hyped for MIB 23. Do you know
Oh,
about
man, I
this?
should have done
Amelia?
like thingy.
Not off the top of my head. No.
Briefly, before MIB International was made, the
Yeah.
plan was to do a crossover between Jump Street and Men in Black and call it MIB 23.
That would have been fun.
It would've
so,
been so
good.
I'm
Oh, that's
so
a
disappointed they didn't
shame.
do it. Yeah.
I want it so. Wasn't it going to have like Channing Tatum and John Hill
Yeah,
and stuff in it
yeah.
as well? Yeah.
They were all going to be in it.
That would have been so good.
Oh,
So
that would have
good.
been funny.
I don't
It
know why it got canned in the end, but
No, I should have done thingy on it really. If I'd
Especially with
thought
the
on.
leaked emails or something, wasn't it? Because it was around the time that Sony got hacked and all their emails
Oh
got put out.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that's
I
when
remember
everyone
that
found out about it, and they were like,
now. Oh man.
"Oh well, psych, we're not going to do it then. You fucking hacked
Oh.
us, you bitches." So then they just.
Oh man, those
didn't
hackers
make
ruined it for everyone. See, right, saying the thingy though. So obviously, a really quick fact. It's not so much about 21 Jump Street. It's more about Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. Did you guys know? I mean, you might have known this. I don't know. But so obviously these Lord and Miller directed the Lego Movie, didn't they? Did you know that Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill are in the Lego Movie?
They are.
Yeah. They play
Yeah.
Superman and Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And I love it so much. It's
That's
just
so cool.
it's amazing. They're in like aren't they in the thingy as well? They're in the Lego Batman movie as well.
Same characters,
And-
yeah.
Aren't they in the second? They're in the second one as well, aren't they? Because they're
Yep.
beginning in that bit where they're like meant to be brainwashed or whatever. Oh man, just a little fun fact to throw in at the end. But
Love
yeah, just to let you guys know, if we ever do 22 Jump Street, I want to start the episode by going, "You motherfuckers are going to college."
The thing is, Joe, I'm pretty sure it's Sons of Bitches, but yeah,
No,
I'm sure it's Sons of Bitches.
You sons of bitches are going. No, I'm sure it's motherfuckers. I'm sure it's motherfuckers. He says. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Go on, do it, Google
You
it. I might be
motherfuckers are
wrong.
going to college.
I swear it was you two sons of bitches. Ooh, this is tense. This is tense. Have I fucked up?
Here we go. I'm trying to type as quickly as I can. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh god, that was a big yawn.
What the fuck? It's not coming up. No, okay. I don't want to find it, but it's going to take ages to find it. So. Oh, and it's just coming up with clips from the second film.
Right,
Ah.
I will find it. And then
Insert
I'll
clip.
Put it
I'll be
in.
flashing it on
Put
the
it in.
screen right now.
Yeah.
Who is right? Okay,
Yeah.
that was 21 Jump Street. Where we're going to go around in a circle, giving it any final thoughts we have on the movie, and then we're each going to give it a score out of 10, and then I'm going to use maths to get an overall score out of 100, and we'll find out where it ranks on our best to worst list of all time. Amelia,
Hello.
kick us off.
I love this film. I do have really fond memories of it. I watched it mainly when I was in like high school and like towards the end of sixth form. Clearly, I wasn't paying enough attention when I rewatched it. Clearly, But no, I do have really fond memories of this film. It's really good, like we said, and you guys are probably going to say as well. It's a laugh. It's not, amazing filmmaking where you've got to look at the mise en scène and all this. No, none of that, and I love that. And yeah, so I'm going to give this film a 6.
6. Jacob.
This film is right up my alley. I was when you picked it, Joe, I was fucking over the moon. It's not quite nostalgia. It's like it's not old enough for it to be nostalgic for me, but I absolutely love it. The action's ridiculous. It subverts the whole, we're gonna blow it up or we're not. It knows what it is. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but also kind of does. Unlike Free Fire, that other action comedy with Brie Larson in it, go watch that episode. It knows exactly that it's an action comedy, and it hits all of the comedic beats really well. I just fucking love it. I'm gonna give it a 9.
9. Joe?
So I'm gonna start my opinion off by apologising to Jacob because the line is actually "You two sons of bitches are going to college." I just found it there.
Thank you very much.
So I would like to apologise. But yeah, no, like this film is pretty amazing, isn't it? Like it's one of those, it's not gonna. I don't know. It's a weird one. I feel like the next generation, like our kids or whatever, aren't gonna watch this. They're gonna have their own version of this movie. You know what I mean?
Probably.
So they aren't gonna be like, 21 Jump Street. Oh man. So it'd be like it's like how when our parents had like things like Airplane and things like that and other 80s comedies. Like they'll watch them, but they won't have the same kind of effect that we do. So they'll have their own 21 Jump Street. Like we have this instead of that. So, but as someone who this film obviously appeals to, I just love it so much. So many quotable lines, and they were quoted like a lot. So I'm gonna give this film like an 8.
8.
Actually, no. You know what? No, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Ooh.
Give it a 9.
Very good.
Yeah.
Stunning. Okay, well, I can only echo everyone's comments. It's really, really funny. I didn't think originally when I watched it years ago, well, I watched bits of it years ago, that I was gonna like it. I sort of was like primed to not like it. Like, I was a massive fucking hipster and I didn't like what mainstream things were anyway. I was like, Jonah Hill, he's not funny. Channing Tatum, But no, like back then, it won me over, and right now, I adore it. I'm such a Lord and Miller stan anyway. I think they're fantastic, and they're really, really smart. And like I say, I think the highest praise I can give it is that I failed to prepare for this episode properly because I just kept watching the episode. So I'm also going to give it an 8, which gives us another one of our old predicaments, because overall, that gives the movie an 80 out of 100, which means triple threat time. we definitely need to come up with a better solution for this in the future. Amelia, Monsters Inc., 21 Jump Street, Beetlejuice.
Which one's my favourite?
Yeah.
I like them all for different reasons.
Yeah, they're very different movies. Very different movies.
But if we're going to go with my own personal opinion, I'd have to go Beetlejuice. Sorry.
Okay. Jacob?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Okay. And Joe?
Yeah, 21 Jump Street.
Overall, okay. That puts it at the second greatest movie of all time.
Well
because
done.
I'm gonna say Jump Street as well. I really like Monsters Inc. It's a really classic, nostalgic movie, and I had a lot of fun with Beetlejuice. But I think 21 Jump Street, to further my point from before, I didn't expect to like it, and it won me over. So it's always going to gain more favour from me and that. So that brings us to our most important moment of the show, which is finding out what we're going to be watching next week. And guess when I remembered that it's my turn?
Halfway through this episode.
5 minutes ago.
It was an hour ago.
Nice.
Go on then.
So I had a think, and I remember seeing some bizarre stuff about a movie that I'd never even considered as something any of us should really care about. So I want to give it a watch. I want to give it a rewatch and a look. we're going to be watching Digimon the movie.
I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I.
Well, sorry, you don't know what Digimon is?
I probably do, but it's not.
Yeah, I
popping to
really
mind
don't know
right
what-
now.
Maybe when I see it, but
It's like Pokemon, but not Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
God.
knockoff Pokemon.
Wow.
Okay?
oh,
Right, okay, this is a weird fucking movie, right? It's a weird fucking movie, and I don't want anyone to do any, like, research into production. Just watch the movie.
And
Don't
we'll
watch the
talk.
TV show. You don't need to. You do not need to. Just watch the movie. It's not a good movie.
right.
Why have you done this to us, Sam?
Yeah.
Where did you find this? Is this
Oh.
something
Punishment is
that's
this?
accessible to
This
us?
is a movie that I watched as a kid, right? And about a month or so ago, I learned some very bizarre things about it, and it made a lot of it make a lot of sense, and I want
Oh.
to share that with the world. So
Okay.
Don't worry,
Everyone
guys.
watch-
I'm after.
everyone watch Digimon the movie. I apologize.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I mean, this
Wow.
might take the bottom spot. This might take the bottom spot.
Well, we need a.
Oh wow. Wait, what currently is at the bottom spot? Is
Bad
it?
boys.
Thinking
Bad
Bad
Boys. Bad Boys.
Wait,
is
so-
number 11.
Are we on 11 now?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do we have a
Number-
top 10?
Number 10. Number 10.
Whoa.
Number 10 brrr, is Batman Forever. Then Free Fire.
Good
Yeah.
film.
Then
Sad?
Free Fire, Vertigo, Shin Godzilla, The Shining, Memento, Beetlejuice, Monsters Inc., 21 Jump Street, and Baby Driver.
Nice. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Nice and eclectic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
Good. Okay.
Top 10,
I'm glad
huh?
I've severely
Digimon.
disappointed everyone with.
What were you expecting our reactions to be?
Oh, I didn't expect it to be good.
Oh god, it's gonna be a pain in the ass trying to find this film, isn't it? Like, to watch
No, because it has been like distributed several times onto like various different DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. Like, it's fine.
Don't think I'm
Fine.
forking out money for it.
No.
So,
You
so
can-
someone
I'm
has
not
to bite the
saying-
bullet and
I'm not saying
Take
buy
one or
it.
two.
I'm just saying it won't be hard to find.
Funny.
Fair
Amazing.
Okay.
Wow,
Well, there we go.
thanks for
That
I'm going
was.
to have that in my search history now.
It's not that bad. Oh my god. I didn't ask you to watch like fucking MILF Teacher 7, did I? Like.
Be less
I'm
embarrassing having that in
I'm
your
not
fucking
saying let's
search
review
history.
porn. Like.
Oh man.
It could be.
I'm
gonna say, I googled what Digimon is, and the first, like, you know when it says people also ask or
Yeah.
Google, the third one down is Digimon. No, the second one down, sorry, is Digimon a rip-off Pokemon? So I'm excited to see what this has to offer.
Ooh.
Okay,
So.
okay. So that was 21 Jump Street. Let us know what you thought of the film in the comments below. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and join us next time for Digimon the movie. You're
Wow.
welcome. You're welcome.